You're on.
Yeah, we're opening up the plumbing board meeting for April 27th.
You're gonna ask me to call the roll.
Roll call.
Chairman Pevich,
Here.
Administrator Tice,
Here.
Code Enforcement Officer Yurley,
Here.
Mr. Bankage.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Plumber Bankish.
Plumber Bankage.
Hmm.
It's usually examiner.
Examiner.
Examiner Bankage.
You like robes.
I said I wanted a robe and like the whole knighting thing, but
Approval of minutes from January 19th, 2023.
Make a motion to approve minutes. I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Further discussion?
Any further discussion?
No discussion.
Chairman Pevich,
Yes, here. Yes.
yes. City Administrator Tice,
Yes.
Code Enforcement Officer Yurley,
Yep.
Examiner Bankage.
present.
You're voting yes or no on minutes?
Here.
Or abstaining?
Yes.
This is Chris's first meeting.
This is my first meeting.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Okay. we're all in this together.
This is me being in charge. First time, so not doing well.
You're doing just
Doing
fine.
great.
So there's no old business to discuss. So on to new business.
Yeah.
First one will be the exam exemption for Stefan.
Stephen Baccello.
You're Steven.
I am Stephen.
Thank you for coming.
So in front of you, you have a packet of information that Mr. Vicello has provided, demonstrating his qualifications and experiences as a plumber, and he is requesting exemption from the master plumber examination based on those credentials.
Are you currently working in Albany?
I do work in Albany.
Okay.
My license is active.
Yep. And you're just trying to get a license in Oneonta to just work?
I
in
live in
Oneonta?
Stanford.
Yep, so
So-
it's closer.
Exactly.
Yeah. Makes sense. And just for clarification, in Albany, a Class A plumber is their master plumber?
That's their master plumber.
Yeah.
So they have B class and
Yep.
A class. Master plumber is A class.
Okay.
I did take a look at Albany because I had that same question, so
Yep.
that's,
Yeah.
I saw that you were listed on there.
Also, just for everyone's clarification, Albany runs a test similar to ours. It's 100 questions, multiple choice, covers plumbing code.
It was a 6-part test. There was multiple choice, then there was drawing underground, drawing stack venting with waste venting. There was also gas, flue.
Yep.
It was a pretty long test, yeah.
Yeah. So based on that, it's a similar. We would
The reciprocation,
consider-
it's
yeah,
there,
It's,
yeah.
it's not like a 10-question
Right.
true or false. What's your name? Turn it in.
Does
Do you have any journeymen or anyone that work under you?
Journeyman that work under me, no, sole priority. I work for myself only.
Okay.
does he meet the criteria for the time?
Yes. Yeah, he has documentation to prove all of it.
I am a journeyman in Oneonta. I hold a journeymanship in New York City, and I'm a master plumber in Albany.
I think technically just on the basis that he holds a master's license from a, you know, Albany, which is, we understand is a comparable, examination process. Just based on that alone, we could approve the exemption regardless of years of experience, correct?
Yeah, because the way it works is Albany requires, essentially, when we made our plumbing code update, we mirrored our licensing process on like Albany, Binghamton. So requirements to sit their exam are basically the same as the requirements to sit our exam. So for him to sit the exam in Albany, he would be meeting the requirements we have to sit the exam here.
Right. Okay. And it's like Norwich, those same kind of.
In theory, yes.
Right.
But Albany and Binghamton are for sure. We
Much bigger than us. Like,
Well, we've looked at their tests. We like are aware of what they are requiring, and we mirrored our process off of theirs.
Yeah.
So like Chris, if you're looking at his application he filled out, it's like page 6 of our document. He's applying for master plumber, and number 3, it says basis of exemption.
Right there.
That page right
This
there.
one. This one.
Yep.
So you see, like just above his signature,
Yep.
there's like 4 paragraphs. So like the first 3 paragraphs, it's kind of like you have to meet one of those.
Right. To
Meets
be exempt.
The first one where he holds a current license. If he didn't have a license elsewhere, but he had completed 10 full years, you know, one
Right.
of those other criteria.
Yep.
So there's kind of 3 paths to exemption.
Yep. I mean,
I mean, I would guess I would make a motion that we approve it, the exam exemption.
exemption. Yeah. Okay. Who makes the anyone can, or you?
And then second
Right,
that.
you made the motion, so
Oh.
now there's a second.
I second that. Okay. Okay. Just want to know the order. Like, so am I allowed to?
You can make a motion.
I can make a motion.
Like-
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, let's say you wanted to, or we talked about something else, and you could always make a motion.
Oh.
I just happened to make it before you did.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's not a
So.
competition.
No.
Not a competition.
No.
No, it's not.
All right. No. All right. Got it. Got it.
Is there any other motion?
Ask for any, no, ask for any further discussion.
Is there any further discussion on this?
And
I'm
we
good.
can call for a vote.
All right, all those in favor say
Aye.
aye. Aye.
Passes.
Welcome. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Looking forward to working with you all.
You've been very patient, thank you.
So he's gotta meet with you to get his license.
Yep.
Correct.
So, yeah, we'll get them all straightened out.
So,
You can either stop in tomorrow if you wanna fill out an application right then, or I can mail you everything and you can.
I'll come in on, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I do have. your
Monday through
email.
Friday, 8 to 4, so.
I do have your email,
Yes.
so I'm gonna try and get you tomorrow. Then.
Sounds good.
Okay, great. Thank you guys. It's really a pleasure.
Thanks, Stephen.
Okay.
You too.
So the next one that you have in front of you is a request from Dennis Avoyo. He would like to be exempt from the exam as a master plumber. He was previously licensed with us back in the 2012 timeframe. He had a few years of service with us. He's also currently licensed, even though it shows expired, with Norwich.
So,
So we have a reciprocation with Norwich directly.
right.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I meant before. Like I didn't like. That's what I was saying. Like Norwich.
Yeah, some communities we have direct reciprocation with, so like Norwich, we directly reciprocate with,
Yeah.
but Albany and Binghamton, we do not.
Okay. You
That's because,
like compare or whatever and see. I don't know what the right word is, but like if we reciprocated there, right? Like
yeah, so I mean, that is like, both communities have to agree.
yeah.
So Binghamton would have to agree that our plumbers could work there.
Gotcha.
They've not done that.
Right.
Whereas Norwich, we have, both municipalities have agreed to that process.
Okay.
So I guess the question is if he's already licensed in Norwich, what is his request?
He wants to be a master plumber for the Orienta, and he doesn't wanna take the test.
And the length of time that allows me to do an automatic renewal based on a reciprocation has passed. So he was with us back in 2012, but he then became unlicensed with us, not through any.
But isn't he
didn't do
currently,
anything wrong.
isn't he currently licensed in
He
Norwich?
does, but there had been discussions with another board, and since we were meeting,
Okay.
I figured it best to bring it forward.
I mean, does he meet the exemption requirement just from years of work?
He has the years of work, he has the previous licensure with us, has successfully, he's never sat for our test, but he reciprocated to
Okay.
get his license initially.
So he'd be reciprocating again.
He would be reciprocating again, yeah.
And is that process normally automatic without coming to the board?
Yes.
Or it doesn't normally come to the
For
board?
plumbers, it is typically automatic, but there is a section of code, and yes, I understand the reciprocation part should automatically. There is also a section of code that if you have not held master licensure or any licensure with us for a number of years, that you have to go back in front of the board.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of,
Well,
yeah.
we did that on purpose because the idea was we didn't want someone to like basically sit, mothball a license for 10 years, not work as a plumber, and then come back and say, hey, I want my plumbing license back. Like, the idea was that we would then be aware of, no matter what, we would be aware of who was coming in and out.
But since he still has a license in Norwich, he's just kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I currently hold a license in Norwich, it's at rest or whatever. It's not active, but I pay a fee every year just to keep it,
Right.
right, to keep it.
So is that essentially what he's going for then? He just wants it.
He's basically requesting for us to reciprocate his license again.
Right.
Which, and you said there was nothing wrong.
No, there was
Just
nothing
not
wrong, he
really
just timed out,
discharged,
yeah, he
so,
just timed
yeah.
out with us, that's all.
And then he's asking for his journeyman to also be brought in, is that?
He's asking for his journeyman, which he had disclosed in conversation that they were on his Norwich license, but I have no documentation to support that.
So what I would do is say maybe we reciprocate his license, but we request him to provide documentation related to his journeyman. Like pending,
Right,
he provide the documentation on his journeyman.
And the documentation I'm just asking is their like stuff at Norwich City Hall or whatever and payroll, like been employed, gotcha.
Just show us that you have an active journeyman license with the city of Norwich.
And it shows that they're actually on his payroll and they actually do work for him.
Right, and they're actually insured.
Yes.
So is this a moment when one could say, make a motion
Yeah, you can make
to say, yes, under the contingencies of the two journeymen having the correct documentation, the reciprocating license is okay?
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, we could have ChatGPT write a better version of that motion.
I've made a motion.
all those in favor?
I need a second.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Now I can, alright. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 I have no additional discussion.
How about your vote on the motion?
I'm gonna write all this stuff down in practice, cause this is new for me, so. Oh, man.
So,
The only potential other business that I would wanna bring up is we'll probably have an appeal coming, so we'll probably have to have another meeting fairly soon. So,
The appeal is,
you'll get it.
okay.
It hasn't come in yet, but I'm sure it will.
alright, so if there's no other business, then I make a motion
You can just